I welcome you all to yet another session of the Xtrend Speed Life with my humble self, Sheriff Daramola, and I shall be taking you on a journey through the chart where we shall be. The UK oil has been bullish since in the last 24 hours, and I want to know if anyone took advantage of that bullish momentum that happened. Remember, we had two scenarios here on the UK oil. That was yesterday. We had two scenarios where we had a major key level at $121, and we had the other key level at $119.40, where we were looking for a breakout retest of structure from either side to take advantage of that trend, of the potential trend. And the first scenario we stated here was that we were expecting price to break down the $119.40, after which a retest of that structure could send price further down. However, as the case is right here, we saw a significant breakout of the key level at $121 to the upside, then a retest of structure, and it was time to take advantage of that bullish momentum. So we saw something like this. We saw a breakout of that key level. We saw a retest of structure into $121 area. Then we had our entry point right above that key level at $121.45. So what I'm trying to say here is this. What we want to be doing at this point is to move our stop loss to break even. And why is that so? If we look left, we can see that we are the area where we identified a double top structure during the course of yesterday's live session. We can see that it's a very strong area for selling momentum, as if we extend that box out, we can see that around $123, $124 area is more or less a very, very strong selling point for participants in the market since sometime last week. So we can see that every time price comes into the $124 area, we see a sharp rejection of that area by the sellers. As we can see, one here and one even happened in the early hours of today, and we saw price coming back into that area. So what we want to be looking out for right now is to move our stop loss to the break even, or probably move it right above the previous low around this area. Personally, I'll just have to extend it so that we can give it more room to play around with. So it's either we move our stop loss to break even, or we move our stop loss to somewhere around this area. Yeah, somewhere around this area. So now, what's our expectation going into the New York session on this pair? So the first one is this. A trend continuation. That means the bullish momentum should continue. And if that's going to happen, we want to see price break out of that supply zone at $124 significantly close above on a 1 hour time frame. Then we want to see price come to do a retest of structure. It might go further down, it might come around this area, but one significant thing we want to be looking out for is a reversal pattern after the retest of structure, and then we can join the trend continuation to the upside. So if we have this kind of setup forming, if it finally happens that way, then we want to be having another entry point around $124.41 to add more positions to this trade. So what this simply means at this point is that we want to break the barrier of that sellers of the seller. So, and if that happens, then we'll move our stop loss. If we have that breakout of that structure, we have a retest of structure, and then we see price do another breakout of that supply niche, then we want to be adding position and then moving our previous stop loss to somewhere around this area. That is after the completion of that reversal pattern, we want to be moving the other stop loss to right below wherever the double bottom structure tested going into the New York session. So that is what our expectations are going forward. So that's the first scenario we have here. And the second scenario also is that price might probably reject that zone, price could probably reject this area and continue to find lower lows and lower highs. But that doesn't mean that we should join that decline outrightly, as we want to be looking forward to bullish momentum on this one. So it's possible price might come into the key level back again at $121, after which you might see price go to the upside, or probably come and do a sharp retest of this trend line that we identified yesterday. Then we will see that bullish momentum to the upside. So there are two scenarios to this, but I also want to mention here that it's very, very important that we cling on to bullish momentum at this point, as the activities that started this week has revealed that we have bullish momentum on this pair for this week. As we can see, during the early hours of this week, we saw our price has been juxtaposing between the $120.4 and $119 plus 30 cent area in the last couple and the first 6-7 hours of this week, before we saw that outright breakout. So that outright breakout now is a signal that we will be going bullish for this week. So even if we see bearish momentum, we want to wait and look out for reversal patterns here on the 1 hour time frame to take advantage of a trend continuation to the upside. So I hope I'm clear on this one, and I'm not sure if you have any questions whatsoever